So I might as well talk about why Halo Combat Evolved, an old-ass fucking game, is in every way better than Team Fortress 2. And it doesn't even have to bring up the all-common topic of hats, where you're paying money for shit that doesn't even contribute to the game. It just, basically edits your avatar and just makes you look more flamboyant. It is ridiculous, it is unnecessary, it has nothing to do with game balance other than it makes the game lag more, which in fact reduces game balance because then everything's all glitchy and half the people are not even able to play because their game is constantly freezing up from all that pixelated mess. But let me get into why the mechanics are better. As I've said in the past, Team Fortress 2 is when you die in about 1 to 3 hits, depending on if it's a critical or not. Scout has about 2 HP, whereas the Heavy has about 5 HP. Now, in Halo, they have a metrical system too, but they don't actually use numbers. What they use is bars. They use a shield bar and then a health bar. Now, the shield bar lasts about 4 or 5 rounds, maybe even 6, when you use bullet weapons. When you use actual human weapons like pistols and the assault rifle and shit, it takes about 5 to 6 solid hits to bring down your shields, and then it takes about 2 or 3 hits to bring down your health. Now, when you use the laser weapons like the plasma rifle, it takes about 3 or 4 hits to bring down your shields, and then about 3 or 4 hits to bring down the health bar. This is where the balance comes in, because laser weapons bring down the shields, and the human weapons bring down the health bar. Now, in games like without health bars, that's all ignored. So basically, in games where it's only the health bars, it's basically like Team Fortress 2. But when you have shields, essentially you have to strategize that if you want to actually kill the other player, you're going to have to bring down his shields first. And are you going to waste time dwindling them down slowly with human weapons, or are you going to find a Covenant weapon and just bring down his shields immediately? So that actually requires some bit of strategy, because like the Needler is worthless unless you get in all the hits. Then it explodes the shields, bring them down, and then you can shoot them with a gun. But that takes some time. You have to actually unleash your entire magazine upon him, and then hope that he doesn't get away or that he doesn't kill you first. Now, there are some problems with Halo. The sniper rifle, for example, either takes down your shields immediately on a body shot or kills you on a headshot, which is a lot easier to get in Halo than in other games. And then there's a rocket launcher, which is just broken. It just kills everything in its path. Same thing happens with grenades. Grenades are a little better because they're sloppier, but that only works in open areas. When there's enclosed space levels, and there's a couple of them in Halo, they are extremely overpowered. Plasma grenades are a little better than frag grenades in that regard, because their radius is a little smaller, but not by much. And it still will undoubtedly bring down your shields even if you are far away from it. So all those weapons should have been just taken out or nerfed, but they weren't. And players seem to love those weapons probably because they're broken. That's why every server is about fucking rockets and sniper rifles and, grenades. But at least that is something you can somewhat control. There are servers where there aren't those weapons, and there are servers that attempt in some way to, deal with that. Like, there's a lot of servers without vehicles, or with rare vehicles, and even vehicles aren't really the main problem. Even in later editions of Halo, they got rid of the idea that you could die from getting run over by a vehicle, at least by your fellow players. So that's the good thing about Halo. It evolves, it gets better, and they make new games, and they update. This doesn't happen in Team Fortress 2. Anything that's Team Fortress 2 related that gets improved is because of the fans, and then Valve takes credit for it. Valve makes money off of you making Team Fortress 2 better, and then we're just supposed to buy it, even though it's our work. It is the people's game. Everything good about TF2 is your doings, not theirs. Why aren't you pissed at them? Why are you getting pissed at me? I'm telling you that you have a right to play your game regardless of what anybody else says. I'm telling you that you should be the one getting paid based off that game, and you should be the one getting credentials and currency because of the success of that game. And you're pissed off at me. You're pissed off at me for telling you that you should be able to play your game no matter what, and that you deserve money. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you smoking crack? So, that's all I have to say here. You're stupid. If you are mad at me for telling you that you deserve to be able to play your game regardless of the terms of service, and that you shouldn't be getting paid despite your hard work to make the game better, then you're a fucking moron. Because you're essentially telling me that Valve deserves everything they get, and you're basically saying you like your pain. So yes, I'm going to tell you I hope you die, because maybe if I tell you I hope you die enough, you'll fucking give me money for doing absolutely nothing, because you're a masochistic freak.